Gold FM, only the classic hits. Beautiful song from the group Firehouse and When I Look Into Your Eyes. Before that, you heard from Smokey Robinson with One Heartbeat. We'll take a short break and join us in the next hour for more music from Seal. Bulablaga. I'm DJ Tora. Join me every weekdays, 7 until midnight on the Premium Classics. Right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In the news tonight, police revealed Fiji was a transit point for confiscated heroin. Heavy rain causes flooding in most low-lying areas. And Fiji's ambassador to India says there is a need for local businesses to get international exposure. Good evening, I'm Akusita Talei and you're watching FBC News. The Fiji Police Force has confirmed that the 30 kilograms of heroin seized at the Lautoka Wharf last week was not destined for Fiji. Vitika Pratap reports the drugs were to be shipped to another destination when it was intercepted by police and customs officers.
The heroin, which has a street value of around 30 million Fijian dollars, was shipped from Laos, Thailand.
There's all indicators that this was a transshipment case. Not marketed or destined for Fiji. It has all got the hallmark and indicators of a transshipment case.
The drugs were packed in tires of a quad bike. ACP Henry Brown says they are following up on a number of leads locally and internationally.
I can confirm that this case is not in isolation. This was a well thought out operation. We have worked this patiently over a period of time, and I cannot either confirm or deny if we will be taking in more suspects, but the investigation is ongoing.
Brown adds police will continue to work through their networks with Customs Authority and Australian law enforcement authorities as well as officials from Thailand in getting more information about the heroin.
The routine operations by the personnel from the Western Divisions continue as we deal this on a case-by-case basis. Even on a major incident, there's always a officer supplemented or complemented by our officers in Suva whenever the need arises.
A 40-year-old man has been charged for allegedly importing the illicit drugs, while an Australian citizen is in police custody for his alleged involvement in the transshipment of the drugs. He is expected to appear in the Lautoka Magistrates Court tomorrow. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force has recorded no major crimes during the long Christmas weekend. Assistant Commissioner of Police Henry Brown says they are thankful that people took heed of their warnings and abided by the law. Police operations focus mainly on drunk drivers, speeding and domestic assault cases involving liquor.
I think we're having a very incident-free Christmas season, and I hope people take note of that and we continue to have an incident-free right up to 2015.
Police will continue its beefed-up operation until the new year. The Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption is investigating the affairs of the Fiji National University. FICAC spokesperson Nandini Vandana confirmed to FBC News the investigation began last month. However, Vandana says they can't release any names and no further information will be divulged. FNU Chairman and Minister for Education Dr. Mahendra Reddy says he cannot release any details and a press statement would be issued later today. Heavy rain was experienced in parts of Viti Levu and also the Lomai Viti group today. This was largely attributed to southeasterly trade winds. The rain caused some flooding and problems in the Eastern Division. Ellen Stoltz has more.
The Weather Office has predicted more showers in the coming days for the Eastern Division.
The orientation of the wind is coming more from the south or southeasterlies. So it's bringing some dry air and should be dissipating the weather that is currently over the Suva, the nursery corridor to the Thailand, which is causing a lot of rain. It should be clearing by this evening or tonight.
Traveling along the Suva-Nosori corridor today, it was clear that the rain last night had caused water levels in rivers to rise and flooding in some parts.
This is rainy water. When it's rain, it's the drainage block all the drainage can't take the water in the river. That's why all flooded. That's why drainage is blocked. That's why this all flooded time here.
This is not the first time that Prasad's family has experienced flooding. They are now taking every precaution and monitoring the weather situation.
Yeah, we're shifting everything up. We just tied the thing and tied in the bags, the plastic, then put it up, or some places other take it to the house.
While the heavy rain experienced last night and today have affected some, for others, this is a normal situation.
It was raining heavily, but to us it's normal because we've been going through this situation for a long time. And it depends on the high tide and low tide. If there's heavy rain, we have flood, and it meets with the high tide, then water rises. If not, and it's just normal.
So this is normal to you?
It's normal.
Nandaku says her family has lived here at the edge of this river for about 60 years, but have never experienced flooding. The family does not have a plan in case of a flood.
You're not prepared? Yes. No. Because we hardly get flooded when it's like this situation. It's only our neighboring friends and relatives.
Meanwhile, despite warnings and advice from authorities, people, especially children, continue to swim in flooded rivers and creeks. The Fiji Police Force says this is dangerous and is warning the public to refrain from doing so. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
The Indian Prime Minister's visit to Fiji last month has opened many doors of opportunity for the country. And Fiji's ambassador to India, Yogesh Karan, says this paves the way to expanding trade and economic relations. While Fiji's greatest export potential lies within the Pacific, there's a need to expand Fijian-made products to far-flung parts of the world. Fiji's ambassador to India, Yogesh Karan, says local businesses, especially those in the private sector, need international exposure.
Particularly now, I'd like to emphasize that investment out of India, there are a number of areas whereby we can set up those industries here, small industries, small, medium industries.
Karan says the recent trip by Prime Minister Narendra Modi should be an eye-opener for local businesses that have plans to expand their products and businesses.
For that, there are a lot of opportunities and one needs to come there to get more exposed. For example, when we have trade fairs, the machinery, the small machinery for packaging and small manufacturing, grinding is very cheap, as I had initially thought when I saw the prices elsewhere.
Earlier this month, a group of close to 30 local businesses that includes private sectors participated in the Melanesian Spearhead Group trade show that was held in Papua New Guinea. The ambassador says Fiji can also use the opportunity to send representatives to India to participate at the trade show.
Such exposure is very important for our people, and I am looking at bringing a trade delegation from India to Fiji very soon, and likewise we need to plan for a trade delegation from Fiji to India.
These engagement talks and exchange in ideas can encourage and bring together buyers and suppliers for direct negotiations and possible trade deals between the two countries. Coming up after the break, market vendors enjoy new facilities at the Nandi Municipal Market.
Pula FM nambandua na serena iwan siningaw na ni Batara ni sibiti ko weekend na diwa en na tini na miniti na may pakuriti ore beng grabe na nonton nongo kanda na dapat ko anin ro na kaloko en ay kaben din debo ni natay bali ni may dapat ko na wani matakabo na lib serti ko na bisere talio ni na namaka do batet ko may kina na kenan daw ro ko di kanamaki Pula binaka Bayo salamilawa do patakia wana pakatara ne woni viona kaloko moni fike no barumbuka ena Mbula FM number 2 ena sere.
Hey, how's it going, VG? You're the afternoon snap with Josie. And of course, I've got more good hits lined up for you, so stay tuned for that. But right now, check this song out, man. It's Golden City coming at you, with Amity K, Ready for Your Love, right here on Today FM.
I'm ready for the start of something new. I'm ready for your love. I'm ready for your love. I'm ready for your love.
Fiji, I'm Josie, your host on the Afternoon Snap, every weekday from 12 till 3 p.m. right here on Today FM, Today's Hit Music.
I'm ready for my hands to touch the sky.
Welcome back. The Fiji Broadcasting Corporation is paying more than Fiji Television to broadcast the World Rugby 7 Series and the 15th World Cup next year. Fijian Holdings Limited Group Chief Executive Nozab Farid has confirmed this. Maggie Boyle has more.
The World Rugby saga may seem like the distant past, with the sub-license agreement now in place ensuring the remaining 6 HSBC Sevens tournaments are live on both FBCTV and Fiji TV. Majority shareholder of Fiji TV, Fijian Holdings Limited, says the sub-licensing agreement is a win-win for all parties.
It's a commercial agreement between Fiji Television Limited and Fiji Broadcasting Corporation Limited. As per that contract, the total cost is distributed in some ratio.
And what has that ratio worked out?
Well, of course, it's three components, not one. The only thing I can say, when Fiji Television Limited chairman and directors make decisions, we take the interest of the company. So in the interest of the company, what we did is right. We did the right decision at that time. If you look back for Dubai Sevens, the Fiji Television Limited, as well as anybody else, did not make any money. No advertising income.
However, as with any business agreement, Nozab Farid reveals that FBC TV is paying more than Fiji TV, which has a direct contract with World Rugby.
The sub-licensing agreement is nothing to do with the government, is nothing to do with the decree. It is a commercial agreement between two legal entities.
So can you elaborate on what?
No, I'm sorry, I cannot. It is sensitive to both parties.
So it's not 90-10?
It is not 90-10.
And it's not 50-50?
I don't want to make comment on that. Because it's 3 different components.
Right,
yeah.
You mentioned that.
Yes.
But is FBC paying more than Fiji TV?
Yes.
While Farid won't divulge exactly how much is being paid by either broadcaster, it's estimated that the price tag runs into $1 million, all for the love of rugby. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
After years of braving the sun and rain to sell their produce at the Nandi Municipal Market, women of Nausori Highlands couldn't have asked for a better selling place. The refurbished market and women vendors' accommodation have provided them the much-needed space to earn money for the livelihood of their families. Eleanor Turangaivu has more.
Traveling to Nandi every week to sell their produce has become a costly exercise for these Nausori Highlands women. As if paying $40 one way to Nandi is not already harsh enough for them, they have to stand in the sun or rain to sell their produce and sleep on the concrete footpaths if they have to stay the night or two.
We always sell our produce here. They've done up the new market and provided us this place to sleep. Before, we were lucky to sleep at all on the footpaths. With this accommodation, things are easier for us.
These women now pay $2 to spend the night in this hostel-like accommodation center, which has 30 beds. Mereseni Tonono, also from the Nausori Highlands, has been selling here for years.
I'm glad that we have these new facilities. We will no longer stand in the sun like before or get soaked in the rain. We are now in a much better place.
The refurbished market and facilities for women cost $937,000. $807,000 was given by the government.
Originally, that place was just a concrete floor. About 300 vendors were sitting on the floor, on concrete floor, under the sun, under the rain and dust, and they were selling produce. And this is the area which we have upgraded. It's now under selling in that area.
Selash Kumar from Nawai is grateful for the assistance from government and the council.
This market is very good. Very good. Our government is very good. We are very happy. Yeah, we tried toppling here. Good, very good side. Hot time when we are selling here, very good.
There are plans for the Nandi Municipal Market to be the first 24-hour market in the country. Currently, a part of it is left open for the night market. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
From a regular employer to a roadside fish seller. When you will travel along Bailey Bridge, you will see a young man selling fresh fish every weekend. But you don't know the struggles and sacrifices he has made from starting his own business. In our successful Fijian segment tonight, Watisoni Rekanroka talks to Christopher Prem Chandra, the man behind the story.
I was working before and the pay was not good, then I planned to start my business. I live in Lokia beside the sea and I plan to do this business.
Christopher Prem Chandra was raised near the sea at Newtown Settlement in Lokia, Nausori. He started his business from selling just a few bundles of fish.
I started the business with only 10 bundle, 15 bundle, 5 bundle, then move on to the bigger number.
The 28-year-old is an only child and was inspired by his parents who were in the business years ago. Despite other employment opportunities, Chandra decided to follow in their path.
When I was small, I always come with my family and I was looking into that business and I started to work. Now full time I'm selling for 3 years. My business is about, I always sell the seafood, selling the fish, crab, lobster and anything in the sea, the prawns. I always sell all kind of fish. Sell the A-grade kawa, ulavi, and I sell the kambachia, kake, matu.
Like any successful business, Chandra has his own regular customers who buy fish from him because they are fresh. Sales this festive season has been really good.
Got plenty customers, they're coming from the restaurant to take the fish and cook it and sell it. And I sell them the fish and they do business again with that fish. Yeah, plenty people know me, take my contact. Even the ministers too, they come here, they buy the fish. And plenty people come here, military people, all they come and buy the fish from me.
Chandra currently operates from a makeshift shed. He now wants a space to build a proper shed for his business.
I went to the council and talked to the council that I got plenty fish now coming from Kandavu as well, coming from Ngau. And I got a boat, I help people, give them the boats and they pay me slowly, deduct my what I have spent on to them. And I have asked the council to, I want to open a good business here as a fish shop, but I can't get a space anywhere here. And the council is not doing anything for us over here. See, the sun is over here, and this shed is built, I build it on my own cost. They just come and take the money. Every day they come. When we sell here, we give them $3 a day.
Chandra employs a few boys to help him sell and a couple more fishermen.
I just employ on my own. I just run on my own. Sometimes I hire the boys. They like casually. They are at home. I just hire them, normal, pay them. And I got the boys, they are going out to the sea. They are catching the fish and they are paid how many days are they out in the sea. And they're getting commission as well, like how many fish they're gonna catch and everything is done.
He is pleading with the council to help him and others who are selling along Bailey Bridge.
I need some help. I want to do a business here in a good way and nothing is provided to me over here. And I just want to ask the council to help us and make a store like this across the road, Bailey Bridge. There's everything provided there, good shelter, rainy and sunny day, and the water is there, washroom is there.
Chandra, who wants to be an inspiration to young people, is already making plans for 2015.
My future plan is I want to open a fish shop in this place, but this is my 2015 plan, and I don't have any space at the moment. Over here, you can see across at my back, there's one lane empty there, and next year I'm going to the government and just want to see if the government can give me that land.
What is Oni Rekonroka? FBC News.
Coming up in sports, Fijiana eyes improvement.
मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर। छाया है नशा मेरे आंखों पर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर। रह जाए ना प्यासा मेरा प्यार, मेरे बाहों में भर दे मेरा यार, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर। हाय मिर्ची एफएम पर मैं हूं जितेन शांडिल। शामिल हो जाएगा हमारे साथ टुनाइट शो में मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 7 PM to 12 AM। मिर्ची एफएम इट्स
Ni sa bulu bina kana turun na kini marama ni bulu bina kana dolu bau kini pone lewa ni sa bulu bina kana ngone en do talem no ngone wa wa katalau en mataka nei dai
en vendela na mai nei tasiri
no bulu malaka go ni melote nei sorta boa
en lomo ni bonua mai sianganga
eu bulu re go Samuel na no ngone ni wa wa katalau en radio Fijuan nandomo vitina vonga ni vena mai no no kini diwa en be mataka moni tikina pagruka ni kai namaka.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. The TFL Fijiana rugby side has set its sight on a top 4 placing in the Women's World 7 Series. The side, which has been training during the festive season, head into the next tournament in Brazil, placed 6th after the completion of the Dubai Sevens. Head coach Ilyas Atanivula says they want to better their position at the next tournament in Brazil in February.
Before we left, the target was to make the top 6, and I think we did. But we're not resting there. We want to get to the top 4, and that's measurable. But we'll take a step each time. Hopefully, Brazil will try to maintain it, or hopefully we'll improve one step.
The Yamadia Club will be holding a rugby clinic program for all the interested clubs in Navosa tomorrow. This as the club tries to unearth talent which can make the cut into the national team in years to come. The club will also be hosting a tournament at the same venue on Tuesday, which will be the final selection for the club for the 2015 season. After attending training camps with Yamadia, the 12 players will go back to their respective clubs and share the knowledge attained from the camp. The Fiji netball team is said to have one of the best build-ups to the World Cup, with matches against high-level opposition. The side meets the New Zealand Silver Ferns and Samoa in the Oceania series in Suva next month to kickstart its preparations. Following that, the side will be touring Australia and New Zealand for matches against ANZ Cup franchise teams. Fiji is pooled with Wales, Uganda and Zambia for the World Cup to be played in Australia in August. Rain and thunderstorms were experienced especially over the eastern part of Viti Levu today. Nandi, Lautoka and Ba had fine weather in the morning and a few showers by the afternoon. Savu and Lambasa were cloudy. Nandi and Ba recorded the highest on the temperature chart today, hitting 31 degrees. Lautoka and Lambasa recorded 30 degrees and Suva the lowest with 29 degrees. Tomorrow, Suva and Savu should expect some cloudy periods and showers. For the rest of the centers, there should be fine weather in the morning. Further outlook, some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, afternoon or evening showers and thunderstorms elsewhere. A strong wind warning remains in force for Fiji waters. East to southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, rough seas, moderate southeast swells. Just a highlight of tonight's bulletin. Police reveal Fiji was a transit point for confiscated heroin. Heavy rain causes flooding in most low-lying areas. And Fiji's ambassador to India says there's a need for local businesses to get international exposure. Now on to our poll question. This week we ask, are the prices of food and groceries this festive season reasonable? Visit our website www.fbc.com.fj to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News, or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tip at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's FBC News for tonight. Jackie Spade joins you again from tomorrow. I'll be back on Saturday. And until then, have a safe and productive week.
देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2 का ये प्रसारण आपके लिए कार्यक्रम में आपका स्वागत हम कर रहे हैं। याद रखते अभी से लेकर रात 12 तक यह सिलसिला हमारा रात का चलता रहेगा। दृष्टिकोण में आपका हम स्वागत कर रहे हैं। दृष्टिकोण के तुरंत बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं कार्यक्रम में। इधर कहते हैं कि गहरी थी रात लेकिन हम सोए नहीं, गहरी थी रात लेकिन हम सोए नहीं, दर्द बहुत था दिल में पर हम रोए नहीं, कोई नहीं हमारा जो पूछे हमसे, जाग रहे हो किसके लिए या किसी के लिए सोए नहीं। याद रखते हैं गीत संगीत का तकाजा आपके लिए रात 12 तक आपको हम सोने नहीं देंगे। महकती रातें हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक रात 7 से लेकर 12 के बीच रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।